Blessed love and peace. Blue Angels trying to sound like thunder to instill shock and awe, pride and glory within a domesticity, propaganda and illusions that manifest. Chili pepper, hot oil, amidst white basmati rice, and a spoon for mixing, haha. Chopsticks for biting. Don't bite, don't bite. Yo, continuing on from just a few minutes ago. Wow, there's such a different air. He seems light and comical now. Oh, be careful. Oh, so continuing on with the same content, topic of convo. Hate. I guess the brethren no cap. To be honest, the name Lamar Odom keeps coming to mind, but that's not it. Come on, Lamar. Come on, Kendrick Lamar. Is that it? Kendrick Lamar? Okay, maybe that's why Lamar Odom. Okay, no cap. But he must be having me feeling some kind of way with all this black talk and everything else like that. Yeah. And Brother Dr. Umar Johnson, and the African name he goes by too, all respect, no cap, must have me be in some kind of way. Yeah. Why? Because that's the nature of connections. That's the nature of relations. That's the nature of how much we connect ourselves closely in trust with black folk. Because we family, we kin, we us, and then we betrayed. And the get back, ain't no get back in this life, to be honest. But there is the appropriateness of balance. And we have yet to see any balanced voice, response from black folk about mixed folk with love. And to be honest, there's little that can be expected because we don't see no black leadership, to be honest. So when there are those that do rise to the forefront of attention through the devices of imperialism and white folk, that includes Brother Umar Johnson, all the radio shows, all the platforms, and additionally all the PhDs, and Brother Kendrick Lamar and his distribution, mass distribution. He's in the system. He's in the matrix. He's part of the system. He's a black face of the system. That's and love and peace to him. But that's what it is. But when these voices and these faces communicate these things, then and there's an absence of a balanced response from black voices accordingly, then what happens, what we observe is these black voices of black hate get peddled proficiently amidst the propaganda to the attention of young sistren, girls who put "Not Like Us" on repeat and blast it because they feel the energy, they feel the response, they feel a little bit of power of people under the bus. They see how the elders around them react to it, and dance around. Ignorant. Hey, that ain't, no, that's facts. Ignorant. Hate is ignorant. And this is not a pro Drake thing, because all the things about Drake, whatever else, we're not on that. He's on the same thing too. In terms of mass production, distribution system, and additionally, none on our side say the N word. None on our side say the B word. Bump all of that. But in that process of each one doing the East Coast West Coast thing of promoting their own sales, sailing out too, Whoa, I'm going all out almost. Nah, not quite. But in that process, because that's what it is, like recognize the thing when the rivalry sells, and in that process, a lot of people, masses get thrown under the bus when it's not just personal between the two, but when talking about peoples, throwing a lot of people under the bus and creating a culture of throwing people under the bus, and that's where trouble is, and that's the necessity of redress amidst anonymous, nobody looks at type accounts on YouTube, social media, or whatever else. So, all that being said, this is what we say for this joint at the moment. On that track, Not Like Us. Don't have. I think I listened to it once. Might have read some of the lyrics briefly, but again, can't pay much of that to mind. And also knowing where it comes from, recognizing there's a limited amount of substance to it. Regardless of how genius and brilliant Kendrick Lamar is, and intelligent, just like his mindset and his wavelength, his audience is comparatively limited in terms of like substantial, long-term, persevering culture and ideology. But when it's coupled and like complementary to the ongoing, consistent, militant message of Brother Dr. Umar Johnson, then it has further substance, and then there's that further proliferation and problematicness. Problemacation. Butterflies flying. OD, butterflies flying. You don't pimp them all. So, what I'm being said is this. There's a response. That's already done. Ain't got to do it for us. Simply just reference it. I ain't got to do no diss track back. And again, this is not Camp Drake. This is not Camp Drake. Peace and blessings, shalom aleichem to Brother Drake. This is not Camp Drake, and this is not sanctioning or endorsing or whatever, or supporting whatever the message. Don't even listen to Drake. Don't even listen to Drake. Telephone Line, is that what it's called? From back in the day, there is one track that I hear on the streets that I didn't know was him, and then I found out it was him. It was like, I got enemies, I got a lot of enemies. And it resonates with me at that moment because at that point I had just lost 200 pounds and I had a lot of extra skin. And so I say, I got epidermy. I got a lot of epidermy. That's funny. It's TMI, but it's funny. That's the track of Drake I know because he has, from what I am aware, less substance than Kendrick Lamar does. And from what I understand, what Kendrick Lamar criticizes about Drake in terms of using the N-word and appropriation, we agree with that. However, when he's making categorical statements about mixed people and this and the other, even the allusions to that, that's coupled with what other people are outright saying in Rastafari and black nationalism, black supremacy, and additionally against Pickneys, mulattoes, half-breeds, half-castes, whatever, it's flame. And it's a culture and it's ideology that is playing itself. But anyways, so without that voice, without credible black authority voices, where would it come from? It's not coming from the corporate side, maybe from HBCUs, but not too tough, because HBCUs kind of stay out the mix in that respect. It's not coming from the churches, because churches don't have that type of credibility on the streets. It's probably not going to come from the nation, and because a number of different reasons in that respect. Who else is going to come from? Because most of the kinfolk who identify genuinely or strongly as African ancestry do so very much at the same time whilst hating on Europeans. And if not, and like transcend that divisiveness, then get a lot of vitriol because there's truth. Watch out now, black people being truth. That's danger for imperialism. So that's downpression upon downpression. And cats don't have them type of cats at the moment tend not to have those platforms to be speaking to large audiences and be known wide because that's targetation. Indeed, circles on the face. So that's that's part of the challenge. Where's the black leadership? And then also, where's the mixed leadership? Exactly. Where are the mixed organizations? Where are the mixed advocacy groups that speak, that have the platform, the ground beneath the feet to speak with some masculine authority, and not the two-step. No, don't degrade the two-step. Not the little evasive, politically correct, genteel speak, but like, nah, that's fucked up. Shut up. So, without those things, here am I. Here we are. And for what it's worth. So, again, I ain't got no diss track to go back. Diss track to diss track, it might sell, but it don't heal. So that's not a solution. But there is the necessity of a response, and a response that is commensurate with the aggression. So, when contemplating a response, it's actually very simple, and it's very close to Brother Kendrick Lamar. There's a very, very appropriate track that's made by a brethren very close to Brother Kendrick Lamar, and his name is O'Shea Jackson. O'Shea, blessed peace and love to Brother O'Shea Jackson. Agree in many ways and disagree in many ways. Neither here nor there. All that being said, he completes a track that's entitled Us. How about that? 30 years ago, over 30 years ago, 35 years ago. Death Certificate is the name of the album. I think Us is the second to last track. B-side. Us will always sing the blues, cause all we care about is hairstyles and tennis shoes. And if you step on mine, you push a button, cause I'll beat you down like it ain't nothing. Sometimes I believe the hype man. We fucking up ourselves and blame the white man. O'Shea Jackson, aka Ice Cube, who is a one-time band member, teammate of another big name, that is Dr. Dre, who stands on the stage with Brother Kendrick Lamar as he stomps around, not like us. Okay. There it is. Fine. So that's the one track. The second track, the follow-up track, the complimentary track that we say afterwards, is shared by another classic hip-hop group, duo, including Erick Sermon, group name EPMD. So, that track being particularly So What You Saying. Ooh, 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 ooh. Am I corny? You betcha. Guess what? Don't give a fuck. So, O'Shea Jackson, Ice Cube, Us. EPMD, So What You Saying. That's our response. Should probably listen to both those tracks, because it's been a long time since I listened to either one. That's okay though. You see where they at. Anything else for the moment? Solution, shared it already. Home, nature, truth, compassion, modesty. Pockets, balance, moderation. Reconciliation on the daily. Here's a thought. Getting beyond the color race, the color ways, the color race. Is the air show this week. Laborious days. Getting beyond the colorways, color race. Here's a way to think about people. That is increasingly natural. That is increasingly honest. That is increasingly helpful, beneficial, cooperative, peaceful, constructive. Ready for it? Here we go. All the black, white, brown, yellow, olive, orange, whatever, those are appearances. Instead, how about these categories? All the children of God, all the children of the Most High Elohim, all. Sometimes the engines get very loud. Sometimes the engines are just mild and quick. Also be mindful when these air shows are experienced, the things that are supposed to conjure confidence and security, sense of security and safety for vast many people, further majority of people around the world, those sounds signify death, like immediate explosion and annihilation of everybody hiding out in a house, in an apartment building, and otherwise. Bombs and destruction, shock and awe. The immediate cremation of bones and flesh. That's what those engines, that's what people experience. The fear when hearing those engines. So, the confidence and security that one experiences in hearing those engines is actually the other side of terror and atrocity. And eventually there is return, where people see that for themselves. As nasty as that is, because that's how nasty it is. Anyways, how we see each other, like this. Rather than the colors, black, da-da-da-da-da, black, white, yellow, brown, red, orange, beige, whatever, even beige. To recognize ourselves as this. All children of God, as I say, all children of God, the Most High Elohim. And some are children of the summer, some are children of the winter, some are children of the spring, some are children of the autumn, some are children of the arid, some are children of the rains. do that again because the rains done got cut. Some are children of the summer. Some are children of the winter. Some are children of the spring. Some are children of the autumn. Some are children of the arid. Some are children of the rains. Plain and simple. That's our nature. So when we see somebody, instead of saying, oh, white, politics, or whatever else, understand what their nature is, what our nature is. Oh, that's a child of the winter. It's most likely that this person has these types of natural proclivities that can go in a number of different directions. That this person experiences peace and a homeostasis in a certain climate and environment. Person is a child of the summer. Same thing. This person has basic natural characteristics and proclivities that go in a number of different directions. Some of the same directions as children of the winter, in the same ways, and same ways in different ways too, and different ways. So it's just a matter of understanding each nature for what it is, and not hating it, not vilifying it, not subjecting it, not trying to conquer it or otherwise. It's just a nature. Summer, winter, spring, autumn, arid, and rains. It's within that type of natural mindset and respect. It is within that type of natural mindset and respect that we find peace. That we honor our relations and respect our relations properly. And experience peace. So that's it. That's what we have to share this moment. All thanks and praise to the Most High Elohim, blessed love and peace in Rastafari.